5-year-old child, left alone, unattended, uncared for. A totally unnecessary tragedy. This case is about responsibility. Did Annie Albany, as a mother, fulfill hers? Her life has been a pattern of irresponsible choices, from having children out of wedlock to ignoring a broken latch on her door. The defendant is charged with criminally negligent homicide. She says her son's death was just a terrible accident. If you believe that, you must let her go. But the defendant has another child. If you let her go, and her young daughter also dies because of her, then that child's death becomes your responsibility. Thank you.
Monday.
Not enough cookies.
Well, I guess I don't have your player's touch with lunch, huh?
The rest looks okay.
Good.
How come she had to go to court so early?
Because they're visiting the place where it happened.
You mean where the kid got killed?
You can say it, Uncle Russell.
Not shocked or anything.
Well, you're probably the only one who isn't. Morning, Mr. Spokane.
Why do you bother?
Because one of these days he'll answer back. In you go.
Yo, Chief. Yo, wait up. Is Josh home? I wonder if I can get a ride to school or something.
No, he's giving Dinah a ride.
Oh, man, see, I'm going to have to give your son some tips and ways to be cool. Arriving to school with your sister isn't one of them.
Get in the car, LT.
Ah, cool. Wait, hey. How's that trial going? Is your wife going to put that woman away or what?
I don't think they've decided yet.
What's on the side? Side of which?
Annie Albany arrived home from her job at 4 p.m. She says she fell asleep on this couch. Her 10-month-old daughter, Myra, was on the couch beside her. Sean, her 5-year-old, played right over here. The latch on this door is broken. The defense says Miss Albany believed the landlord had repaired the door 2 days before. I would like each one of you to test the door yourself. Sean Albany wandered into the yard and began to play alone. He was alone for at least a half an hour. Finally, he chased a ball out into the street where he was hit by an oncoming truck. He was thrown 50 feet. Sean died at the scene.
Out! 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 Go on! Go on! Go on! Is this your animal?
No.
Then I'm calling the pound.
Don't you know what they do to dogs?
That's the idea, young lady.
Hey, are you stealing my dog? Hey, Sparky, come here, baby. Did he hurt you? Hey, man, if you want a pet, get one of your own.
Of course I don't want a pet.
Come on, let's go.
When did you get a dog?
I didn't.
Oh, LT, that was so nice of you.
Look, don't get mushy on me, okay? I just didn't want to see you in the hands of old Spokane. There you go. Ah. Now, what are you going to call her? See you later.
Bonita. It means pretty in Spanish.
I know somebody owns that dog.
Yeah, but she couldn't just leave her there with old man Spokane.
Nathaniel, I don't care how unlikable the man is, you be respectful.
Okay. Elderly man Spokane.
All right, put some signs out around the neighborhood this afternoon.
But if no one calls, can we keep Bonita? I'll take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, she's not house trained.
No, you want to take care of her now. It's a real good time to start.
It's your dog.
As a single mother, you are the sole supporter of your family. Isn't that right, Annie?
Yes. I waitress. But I've had two kids to support. So I pull double shifts twice a week.
You worked a double shift the day that Sean was killed?
Yes. I worked graveyard. And then the morning shift. I got home around 4. After the sitter left, me and the kids sat down in the living room. Myra was on the couch beside me. Sean was on the floor playing.
Annie, why didn't you notice the door was still broken after your landlord claimed he fixed it?
I never use that door. I always go in and out through the kitchen.
So unless you tested the door like the jury did, you wouldn't know it was still broken.
There's no way. You can't tell just by looking at it.
When you sat down that afternoon, did you have any reason to believe your children were in danger?
If I had, don't you think that I would have checked? I'm a mother. All we care and think about is our kids. I was so tired. I just meant to close my eyes for 1 second. 1 second.
10 guilty, 2 not guilty. I can't believe anyone even doubts this woman is guilty.
I do. And I resent the way you put that.
How would you put it?
That I am not convinced that she's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And if I'm going to send her to prison and take away her child, I'd better be.
Look at the woman's history. Pregnant at 19, again 3 years later, never married the guy. A lifetime of irresponsible choices. What makes you think she's innocent?
I don't necessarily.
Well, if you don't think she's innocent, and you don't think she's guilty, what is she?
It's like the umpire said. It's nothing until we call it.
I'd like to go over the evidence again.
We all heard the same things.
The lady wants to review the evidence. That's what we'll do. Where do we start?
All right. The prosecutor kept bringing up Annie's history of drug abuse, her conviction for possession.
I thought that was important. If she was high when the child was killed...
But we don't know she was high.
Well, since the police didn't test her, we'll never know.
She's a druggie. Of course she was high.
We can't assume that.
Look, high, not high. There were serious drugs in that house, period.
Excuse me.
Just speak up. This isn't school.
Even her boyfriend admitted that Annie didn't know he had drugs in the house.
Well, her boyfriend would say that, wouldn't he?
Ex-boyfriend. She kicked him out a week before the accident. He hadn't been back to pick up his things.
That's their story.
When my boyfriend and I split up, he left all sorts of stuff.
You're the other not guilty vote, right? So, tell us why you voted to acquit.
Her house was full of toys for the kids.
That's it? Because there were toys?
It's not the only reason.
A witness saw the defendant right after the accident. He testified that she was acting shaky, like she was high.
The judge said to disregard that remark.
Oh, come on. We all heard it.
Look, am I supposed to disregard something after he said it already?
Are you all right?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Excuse me. This woman is acting shaky because she's nervous and upset. And she didn't just lose her child. How else should Annie be acting? If she wasn't unsteady, I would wonder why.
Isn't Mr. Mom?
Hey, yo, get a life, LT. I was watching Kevin while Bobby's inside.
Uh-huh. And Friday night, you'll be babysitting Kevin while Bobby goes out.
Ah, she's got a meeting.
Really? You know, you're the only one that can wind up with all the work and none of the fun.
Hey, look, I like doing this.
Uh-huh. And I like washing sour milk stains out of my shirts, too.
Hi, Altie.
Hey, how you doing, Bobby?
Fine.
You know, I was just watching Joshua. He's doing real well with Kevin. You know, he's a devoted family man. I was just telling how much I admire that.
Sure you were.
Yeah, anyway, well, I gotta go. But maybe I'll stop by and help you change a few diapers.
Hey, great.
Yeah, watching Kevin isn't the toughest part about being with me.
By him? No, he's just jealous.
I don't think he wants a kid.
No. I think he just wants a girl like you.
What?
I still think the defendant's whole story about being asleep is a lie.
Why?
She said that her boyfriend, what's his name?
Dennis.
Dennis. She said that Dennis had come back that afternoon to clear out his stuff after the accident. But the neighbor lady, Mrs. Thompson, heard them talking in the bedroom at the time of the accident. So, if she was in that bedroom, that means the defendant lied about being asleep when her son was killed.
If Mrs. Thompson's right, yes. But both Annie and Dennis said that he didn't get there until later.
Who would you believe? A neighbor who doesn't have an axe to grind, or the one who's on trial?
She might not be lying. She might be wrong.
What are you talking about?
I think it's possible that she's hard of hearing.
Really? What are you, a doctor?
No,
Then quit blowing smoke, lady.
I'm not.
You could have fooled me.
I'd like to hear what she has to say.
Hey, go for it. Dave's shot anyway.
Mrs. Thompson leaned forward whenever anyone spoke. She constantly asked both attorneys to repeat themselves.
She heard well enough to identify the voices.
What if she only thought she heard Annie and Dennis? What if she really heard the TV? It was tuned to an afternoon talk show.
The local one's hosted by a man and a woman.
But the TV's in the living room.
It's a small house. We were right outside the bedroom when the DA showed us the front door lock. She could have easily thought that the sounds she heard were coming from there.
But she recognized the voices.
Then why couldn't she tell us one thing that either person said?
That only proves she wasn't listening. It doesn't prove she couldn't hear.
She didn't turn when the judge banged his gavel. She didn't move a muscle.
That's right. We We all jumped when the judge banged his gavel. She didn't.
So?
So, it raises doubts about who she really heard. That's all I'm saying.
McGuire swings! He hits! Can you count to 70?
Nah, Sammy Sosa's the man. You ever played a game?
Little League, third base.
It's a power position. Impressive. Well, come on, then. Let's see you hit for real. Well, I'm glad you hit it.
You pitched it.
Hey, man. When McGuire homers, nobody remembers the guy who threw the ball. All right.
Country Crock plus Cal.
8 to acquit, 4 to convict. I didn't change my vote.
I didn't either. Who else voted guilty?
The latch, lady.
That's why I didn't change my vote. She should have known the door was broken.
She thought it was fixed.
Nobody believes this but you.
I think it's possible that she never went near that door.
How? Annie admitted that the door was supposedly fixed 2 days before the accident. Are you saying that she never noticed the door was still broken?
I say she noticed the problem, shined it on, then when the roof caved in, claimed she didn't know.
That's possible.
Hey, there's progress.
But there's another explanation. Annie was sick in bed 1 out of the 2 days. Her sister came over and took care of the kids. The next day, Annie got up and worked a double shift.
I know she went to work, but I doubt that she was sick.
How do you know that?
Because nobody gets out of a sick bed to work 16 hours.
Well, if she did, wouldn't you say she was a pretty dedicated mother?
The lady has a point.
Whose side are you on?
Nobody's. I'm just trying to find the truth.
Are you changing your vote?
I might. But there's something still bothers me. If the defendant was sick in bed the first day, why didn't her sister notice the broken latch?
I don't know.
So much for reasonable doubt.
And maybe she did notice.
Oh, then she would have told the defendant.
Right. And now she's covering for her sister.
She might be covering for herself. Would you tell your sister that you might have caused the death of her kid?
So it's possible that Annie never went near that door.
Yeah, it's possible. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
I've been waiting for you to get home, Mr. Green.
Is there a problem?
You bet there is.
Come on, lady. You gonna make us sit here all night? Give it up.
You can't believe she's innocent.
We weren't asked to decide that. We were asked if there was reasonable doubt.
And there is. Every key piece of evidence.
This woman doesn't love her children.
You don't know that.
I do.
How? How do you know that?
Just look at her. No husband. Leaving them alone at all hours, bringing strange men home. You don't know what that little girl will have to go through. Being taken out of the bedroom in the middle of the night so your mother and some drunk can have their fun.
Well, we're supposed to be arguing the evidence.
I just don't. I want to see that little girl hurt.
Claire, I think you should take a day off from school tomorrow. You deserve it.
No, I'd rather get back to my normal life.
Claire, what's wrong?
Annie Alwyney was arrested 3 times for child endangerment. Did you know about this?
Well, yeah. But I couldn't tell you. Honey, it's nothing to worry about.
We acquitted her, Russell. She's got her child back. What happens to that little girl if we were wrong?
Honey, the woman was never even charged. Now, that's why they kept it from you. 11 other people agreed with you.
They should have told us. We might have voted guilty.
And that's exactly why they kept it from you. There are very good reasons that there's such a thing as inadmissible evidence.
Russell, I tried so hard to be objective. But maybe I assumed things. I saw a mother who lost her child.
Maybe you're just having buyer's remorse.
Don't trivialize this.
Claire, yesterday you were sure you had made the right decision. Nothing's changed.
Yes, it has for me.
Claire, it's been a long week. You're tired. Why don't you just wait until tomorrow and see how you feel?
I don't feel exactly the same.
Well, you're acting like this is your fault.
No, I know it's not my fault. The evidence wasn't there. We had to acquit.
And you did your job.
We did exactly the right thing, and in doing so, we may have put that little girl's life in danger.
You don't know that. Claire, it's time to move on. I can guarantee you everybody else has.
Russell, I'll be in the car.
Hey, Miss Green.
Hi.
May I ask you a question? What did you people do? Did y'all just look at this skinny white girl and think, hey, I feel sorry for her?
No, we followed the loyalty.
The law's a game. Everybody knows that.
Well, we're stuck with the rules of the game.
She was busted 3 times for leaving her kids.
Well, that is irrelevant to this case.
It wasn't irrelevant to those kids.
LT, I don't want to talk about it.
No, hold on. I know a lot of people that went through the system. And they did a lot less than she did and got nailed anyway. No justice, man. You have a nice day.
Claire, school's the other way.
I want to drive by her house.
Honey,
It's not that far out of the way.
we're both gonna be late.
And we'll be a little late.
I don't see the point.
The point is, I want to do it.
Claire, there's somebody looking at us. Probably wondering what we're doing here. What are we doing here?
I don't know exactly. Can I help you? I'm looking for Annie Albany. She'll be back at 1, so I can go to my doctor's appointment. Gallbladder. Oh, I'm the fitter. Hello. Your friend of hers? No, not exactly. How's she doing? As well as can be expected. Been through a lot. Can I tell her who called? No, that's all right. Thank you very much.
Did this help?
Yeah. A little. Listen. Annie's planting it. She testified that she was moving in with her sister so she could get help caring for the baby.
Maybe she still is.
Well, if you were moving from a rental, would you be planting trees?
For all you know, the landlord's doing this. Claire, you're picking at things now. You're looking for reasons to doubt her.
You just want this over with.
This is over with.
Not for me.
You can't come here every morning.
Well, what should I do?
There's nothing you can do. You made your decision. You have to live with it.
What, I'm supposed to just walk away and forget that little girl? Maybe everybody else can, but I can't.
It's all you can do. Claire, you will drive yourself crazy, and over what? Something that might happen? That doesn't make any sense.
Not here, because it makes sense.
Honey, I am trying to help you through this.
Thank you, Jim. I want your support.
My mother's gonna be there, just in case there are any
Josh.
problems.
You're only gonna have Kevin for a couple of hours.
Yeah, 2 hours of sheer terror. Mine, not Kevin's.
Yeah, I trust you completely with him. You're gonna make a wonderful father. Relax. It's not a proposal. Just meant someday for somebody. Which reminds me. This is a release, just in case he needs medical attention.
What? Why would he need medical attention?
Just take a deep breath, okay? Repeat after me. I will do this. I will not panic.
Yeah, you're right. I can handle this. You have a peeper?
What are you doing here?
Well, I figured in I was on a date, I ought to help. So, Mr. Green, how do you feel about them letting that woman go free?
Feel fine. Nathaniel, get the dustpan, broom, go inside and clean up.
You mean me, by myself, unarmed.
Come on, little man. I'll go in there with you. And hey, if Mr. Spokane tried to look at you funny, I'll just have to cry chop him, man.
You know, karate?
I saw a Jackie Chan's movie. Can't be that hard. Oh, man. Oh, this place is whack. Whew.
What are you doing?
I'm just checking it out. Nobody I know has ever been inside this place.
What are you doing?
We were just cleaning up.
This room is off limits. Out.
And this whole place should be off limits. Bye.
Uncle Russell!
What?
He's got some machine, and he doesn't want us to see it.
Well, I know one thing. It's not a vacuum cleaner, because that place is messed up.
He's hiding something. Maybe he's a crazed killer.
Well, then we better finish this window before he comes after us. Now go back inside and clean up.
Let's go. Kids.
Annie? Claire Green, I was on the
jury. I remember.
How are you doing?
Good, real good. Listen, I can't thank you enough, you and the others. I got my baby back because of you.
I hope things get easier. Moving in with your sister should help.
My sister? Oh, right.
You are moving in with her. I mean, that's what you said at the trial.
Just not right away, but sometime. I gotta go. My boyfriend's waiting.
Wait! You broke up. We reconciled. Annie, you said your life was changed. It is. How? You were the same boyfriend, living in the same house, drinking.
What is your problem, huh? I'm fine.
Except what you told us isn't true.
It was true at the time. Stuff changes.
Where's the baby?
It's none of your business. You let me go. Now leave me alone.
Annie!
Oh, get away! Just get away or I'm calling the cops.
Hello, is Annie Albany there? Is everything all right? The baby. Is the baby all right?
A woman goes in for a kidney transplant and discovers her donors.
I've seen the routine a few times.
I'm going to talk to Annie. At work, neutral place without her boyfriend. After last night's phone call, I have to do it.
Want me to go with you?
No, not unless you believe in what I'm doing. Russell. If you had been on that jury, what would you be doing right now?
Nothing. Unless, of course, there was another crime to report, which there isn't.
We are so different. You have to know where you're going before you take the first step, and I have no idea where I'm headed. But I do know I have to take the journey.
What if I decided to take this journey with you? Not to help, mind you, just support.
If you really want to do that, I would like it.
show up for her shift, and now I have 3 girls covering 25 tables.
She didn't call?
Does she ever call?
Annie's done this before?
She's the queen of no-show. She gives me a sob story every time I try to fire her.
See.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, she's toast. You can tell her from me.
Looks like there's nobody home.
You hear that? It's baby crying.
Let me hold the leash. I can walk a dog. All right? Be careful.
Get away, you mutt. Hey, come back here.
What are we going to do? I'm more worried about what Spokane's going to do.
Annie Albany? You're under arrest. Felony child endangerment.
I know what this looks like. But I don't have any help. The baby was sleeping. We needed food. I just lost a kid. You have no idea what I'm going through.
I know what you're going through.
How could you?
I lost a child of my own.
They won't take my baby away.
They don't have a choice, Annie. You left her alone for over an hour.
Yeah, it's easy to look down on people when you have it all, huh?
It's not what this is about.
Sure it is. I've dealt with people like you my whole life. You're all the same. Well, you might get Myra, but you can't take everything from me. I'm pregnant.
Mommy, let's go.
Hey.
Hello, I'm Hattie Green.
I know who you are. And your dog is in my house. Come and get it.
Thank you. We will. Go. What?
Dog went under there.
Maybe she's afraid of harsh voices.
I can't see a thing. Could you turn on the light? Wow! Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl.
She hurt?
No, just scared. Is this yours?
My son's.
It's amazing.
It's just an old toy.
He must love it.
He did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. He's not dead.
I have a son that I don't see too much of.
Well, you have your dog.
Can we see it work?
No. Transformer's out.
Well, we're right across the street if you should need anything.
I think you've given me enough. Dogs through the house, balls through the window.
What are neighbors for?
Do you think I should go upstairs and help him?
No. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, so this is Josh's payback for keeping us up all those nights?
You betcha.
Mm.
You still thinking about this afternoon?
was thinking how fortunate I am to have my life. And not Annie's. And I wonder how well I would do in her place.
Hello there. Come on in.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Was Kevin in any trouble?
Oh, no. Didn't bother us a bit, did he, Claire?
Nope. Never got up out of her seats.
Because sometimes he cries at night.
No.
Come on. He's in our room. When they're that young, they look so vulnerable.
I was so scared when Kevin was born. You know? I thought, what if I can't do it?